Back at it. It's been a while since we've been here with the holiday, but here we are. Community is a group of people who agree to grow together. Eliud Kipchoge. If you don't know, Kipchoge is an incredible runner, specifically marathon now, but has run other distances, including the 5,000. He's won 4 Olympic medals, 2 gold in the marathon. Community is a group of people who agree to grow together. So while we watch some shifts and some game, I don't know if they're highlights, but they're lights of the game we had against the Bighorns, I do want to talk a little bit about community. That's one of the really most important things for me personally when it comes to hockey. This group, the team I'm a part of, the Ogopogos, this is their 3rd season. And honestly, the first 2 seasons, we did not win a game. The other players on the other teams were just better. They had more experience. They had higher skill level. That's okay. We stuck together as a team. So that's like 40 regular season games, something like that. And then it was 2 or 3 games into this season when we first won. So Ogopogo's first win was 42 regular season games in the making. Footnote, there was a forfeit, but we got shellacked like 11-0, but then it was deemed some players shouldn't have been playing, so we ended up getting the win. It didn't feel like a win, showed up as a win, but I would say it took us 42 regular season games to finally outscore the other team that was on the ice with us. And you don't get to that point if you don't have something bigger than hockey. If you're not building a community, if you're not becoming friends with the people that are there, it has to be more than just hockey if you're going to deal with that. And so we did. Some of the people on the Ogopogos are wonderful friends, hang out outside of the ice, have, driven people to airports and cat sit and dog sit and all the different things that go along with building a community, helping people out, them helping you out, and building relationships with folks. I've gone to their kids who are in hockey. I've been to some of those games and cheered for their children. I'm kind of the hockey auntie, and I love that. It's a wonderful role, and I'm blessed and honored to be a trusted adult in the lives of my teammates' children. And so community, it's an opportunity to grow on the ice, but it's also an opportunity to grow off the ice. And to me, that's an incredibly important piece of this hockey journey that I'm on. So as you can see, we've kind of sped up here. We're not really moving that fast. It sure would be cool if I could, although only my team, not the other team. So we've got some, again, video of our game here. At some point, we'll slow some pieces down. Maybe there might be an opportunity to talk about a few things in play. But for right now, I think it's just pretty validating for other beginner hockey players to kind of see the chaos that is beginner level adult hockey as we're all learning how to skate. And we're all learning how to play and how to be in position. We're in the 2nd period now. You can tell we're going the other way. This is the period with the long changes because we're going the other way. And so it's definitely harder to get off the ice. You get stuck out on a shift. It's fine. Who doesn't want more ice time? Sometimes I'm ready to get off. But here we go. We've got a face-off coming. But I just think it's kind of neat to see how back and forth it is, how nobody really has control of the puck, how exciting it is when one team, hopefully it's my team, actually keeps it in the zone and makes some passes, makes some plays, makes multiple shots on goal, picks up rebounds. But it doesn't always happen this way. You can see that this is a lot of back and forth right now. People down, people eating it on the ice. Some nights the ice just jumps up and gets you, and other nights it's totally smooth sailing for you. And all of that is part of learning a new sport. We come to adulthood and a lot of times it seems like we should have all the skills that we need. And sure, it's nice to have a lot of skills, but it's actually really exciting to learn something new, to meet new people, to make new friends. I know there's also research about brain health where it's really important to be learning new things. So this is good for not just the physical health, but the mental health, the brain health, but also the emotional, interpersonal health, that friendship piece, that community building piece is really important. So with that, enjoy a little bit more of the game here. We'll also show some highlights from some other ice time that we had this week. So keep watching. And as always, we line up and do a handshake line. And then we move on to women's scrimmage, which we had on the 12th, which would have been a Friday night. So here we are just warming up. The thing with women's scrimmage is it's at the end of a work week, a traditional work week for a lot of folks. It's been now moved to that Friday night time slot. It's at 9:10 p.m. People are putting kids to bed and trying to hand off parental responsibilities to whoever their co-parent is or working through childcare. Things happen. Sometimes people are coming late. They're doing the best they can to get there. And so sometimes our warm-ups are a little longer just to allow people some time to get their gear on and get out there. But that's what you do for people in your community. It's not all about you. I mean, of course, people are trying to get there on time, but it's not always possible. People are doing the best that they can. And so here we are. We've just kind of been warming up. You will also notice that we have an adult man and a ref out there. That's one of our friend hockey players and his son who's working on officiating, and so the two of them are out there to help us. You can see the game starts, but I am on the bench. That's okay. This is how it all works. And sometimes during women's scrimmage we play 5-on-5. Sometimes we play 4-on-4. A little of it depends on how many people we have show up. Also depends on the people there, like who actually shows up. There's some people that have preferences for the different formats. I'm one that prefers to play 5-on-5, even if we really only have 5 or 6 people on each team, and play for 4 or 5 minutes. Yes, it's a long shift. This is fun. It's friendly competitive and not super competitive. I definitely tone it down, my competitive level, when I play women's scrimmage because, yeah, I want to have fun and play hockey, but I also want to make sure that everybody goes home with every body part intact. And so I'm okay with doing a little longer shift and then taking like a minute timed break and then coming back out. Sometimes we play 4-on-4 and then we've got subs, which that's more of our situation here. We're playing with subs, don't have to do stoppage of clock. But there's a lot of different ways that you can run a scrimmage. You get to decide, especially when it's a group of people that know each other pretty well, get together often, and are aware of kind of the intricacies or the preferences of different people. And again, that's just getting to know people, and that's part of being a community. Okay, we slow this one down here. You can see me, I'm at the blue line. My butt is against the boards, and I'm quite proud of this play because this is what we've been coached up to get our butt against the board so that when that puck comes around the corner, you can stop it and hold it in. I make tons of mistakes, but I'm also really good at focusing on the things that I actually did well, things that we learned in Learn to Play or in skills and drills that I actually applied in a scrimmage or game situation. And I think it's really important when you're learning new things to focus on the things that you do right. Sure, you want to learn from the things that you messed up on, but focusing on those things that you did right, that you did well, that you were actively trying to incorporate into your game. Coming from somebody that did high-level athletics, it can be really frustrating to be a novice again. But one of the ways to kind of combat that frustration is to make sure that you're focusing on the positive pieces and the improvements in your performance. And so with that, I'm going to let this stream play for a little bit before we turn that off. Hopefully you're enjoying seeing some scenes from women's scrimmage. And if you've been curious what a women's scrimmage looks like, now you have some ideas. I'd be curious to hear if you do have women's scrimmage, if yours is similar to ours. For the last minute 56 clip of this video, I will let it run at regular speed in case you're curious what that looks like. It's been great spending time with you. Until next time, I'm Nitro.